Hey guys, what is up? And welcome to my Week 8 predictions for the 2019 NFL season. As you can see right now, I did pick the Minnesota Vikings to beat the Washington Redskins. I'm really starting to bounce back from my Thursday night football debacles earlier in the season. Now, I did think this was going to be way different. I thought at least 2 or 3 touchdowns at least, but I'll take 10 points. A win is a win. Doesn't matter if you win by 1 or 100. You won. With that said, let's move on to the other games for Week 8. Okay, so for the Seahawks at Falcons, I'm going to be taking the Seahawks here. Falcons, they're pretty bad, but I think they've just given up on the coach. And when that happens, you're not winning any games. Maybe not the head coach, but, they've given up on the coaching staff as a whole, probably. You've either given up on the head coach, or you've given up on the entire coaching staff. Or maybe it's just a few guys, it doesn't necessarily have to be the head coach that you've given up on. Or just him in general. Then you have the Broncos at the Colts. I am going to be taking the Colts at home. Jacoby Brissett. I honestly think he's a starting quarterback. I know he had to take over for Andrew this year, and people are like, well, there goes the season, 6-10, and they'll get a high pick. Maybe you trade up and you get a quarterback. You don't have to do that now. You have a real shot at making the playoffs right now with Jacoby Brissett as your quarterback. So let's see how that goes. And I honestly think they can win their division. Still. Buccaneers at Titans. I am going to take the Buccaneers here. Yes, Ryan Tannehill, he won last week for the Chargers, but I don't think that lasts. I think Jameis Winston, we get first overall pick Jameis this week, and he's going to have a good day versus the Titans. Don't know why, just have a feeling. Cardinals at Saints. I am going to take these Saints here, whether Drew Brees plays or not. I don't care. The Saints are winning this game, whether it's Drew Brees or Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback. If I'm the Saints, I'm playing Teddy. Even if you lose this game, you went 5-1 without Drew Brees. You have your bye week next week. Why rush Drew back? Give him this week to rest, next week to rest, and then he can play 2 weeks from now. Why not? Bengals at Rams. I'm going to take the Rams here. Bengals are just a bad team. Simple. They're a bad team. Eagles at Bills. I'm going to take the Eagles here. I know the Bills are favored, but the Eagles just got embarrassed on Sunday Night Football. So I think they bounce back here, and I think they get the win in Buffalo. Chargers at Bears. I'm going to take the Bears here. Chargers are a team that's just free-falling right now, and I don't see it stopping right now. Giants at Lions. I'm going to take the Lions here. I'm just comparing my notebook here. Make sure I give the right picks I actually did here. Danny Dimes, I think we've seen the end of that for his rookie season. I do think he'll come back next year as the starter. Whether Eli's with the Giants or not, I don't know. But Danny Dimes is going to be the quarterback next year, and just let him play, experience his rookie season, and then we'll see how he does next year. Jets at Jags. I'm going to take the Jets here. People are starting to figure out Gardner Minshew, and the Jets got a spanking from the New England Patriots. So I see them bouncing back this week. Panthers at 49ers. I'm going to take the 49ers here. They are still undefeated, the only undefeated team in the NFC. You got the Patriots in the AFC and the 49ers in the NFC. So I see them continuing that this week against the Panthers. Yes, Kyle Allen and Christian McCaffrey have been amazing together. But that D-line for the 49ers, oof. That D-line is unreal. It is unholy, that D-line. It is amazing. It's littered with first-round picks. That defense in general has, Pro Bowlers, all pros, first rounders. It's littered with talent. So, good luck, Panthers. All right, Raiders at Texans. I'm going to take the Texans here. The Texans are a very good team. They're starting to figure it out on the offensive line. Trading for Laramie Tunsil was huge for Deshaun Watson, giving him at least a little bit of time. Here's Deshaun Watson's problem, though. He holds onto the ball a lot. Like, not even a little. He holds onto the ball a lot. But with Laramie Tunsil, that kind of anchors the line. Kind of what he had with Dwayne Brown before they traded him to Seattle. But Laramie Tunsil has been really good for the Texans and Deshaun Watson, and I see them winning this game. And the Raiders, since they traded Khalil Mack, are last in the league in sacks. Yeah. Oh, Browns at Patriots. Baker Mayfield, right now I believe is 5 touchdowns and 11 interceptions on the year. Since starting last year, he leads the league in interceptions at 25. Okay? Just think about that. 25. Then, you have Jarvis Landry, who basically guaranteed a win versus the Patriots. When you do that, you're going to lose by 21 to 28 points. Like, Baker's going to throw another 3 picks. He'll end the year with like 20 picks or something like that. It's going to be rough. He has yet to have a game where he doesn't throw an interception. And there are games where he does not throw touchdowns. And I see that being one of these weeks. Because think about it, they've played, let me think, we're in week 8, but they had a bye, so they've played 6 games. And they're going to have their 7th here. But in 6 games, Baker's thrown 5 touchdowns and 11 picks. That's basically, if you want to round, 1 touchdown a game and 2 picks a game. That's literally what that, averages out to if you want to round up. Or you could say it's less than a touchdown a game, and then just less than 2 interceptions a game. Whatever you want to say. But this is going to be a 3 interception game, guaranteed. That's my prediction. It's going to be, maybe he throws a touchdown, but he's throwing 3 picks, at least. Against that Patriots secondary, yeah, good luck. Packers at, Patriots are going to win, but yeah. If I didn't say that. Packers at Chiefs, I'm going to take the Packers here. I'm taking the Packers because Patrick Mahomes is not playing. I understand Matt Moore, can kind of run the offense, and they'll cater to things that he does well. But they got to start running the freaking football with, not even with Matt Moore in the game, but they have to do that in general with Patrick Mahomes as well. They just pass. It's a pass-happy offense. And I understand it's West Coast, but still. So yeah, Patrick Mahomes is not playing. They had him practicing throughout the week, and I think I said yesterday in my review that they had both players practicing in order to kind of keep Green Bay in suspense. With the fact that, which quarterback to prepare for. I compared it to when the Steelers were getting ready to face the Chargers, and it was either Devlin Hodges or Mason Rudolph. Mason being in concussion protocol, is he going to clear, blah, blah, blah. And it kind of kept the Chargers preparing for both, and Devlin ended up playing. So, having both quarterbacks practice, and, Patrick Mahomes, they're not going to rule him out. And then they finally did on Friday when they actually had to. The Packers could have prepared for both quarterbacks. But I just don't see the Chiefs winning this game. They're going to lose their 3rd game of the season, and 3rd at home. Dolphins at Steelers. I'm going to take my Steelers here, obviously. I don't see much of a scenario where Dolphins take home the win. I understand, Fitzmagic, and he's kept the Dolphins in some of the games this year, and they're a 2-point conversion from beating the Redskins. Really, the Redskins? And then they're an onside kick recovery from beating the. They had to recover the onside and go down the field again versus the Bills. That's not a very likely chance, but I just don't see. Monday Night Football, Steelers off a bye, in their color rush uniforms at home. I just don't see the Dolphins winning this game. This should be like a 28-7 kind of game, maybe more for the Steelers. I don't see the Dolphins scoring more than maybe 14 points. I would say 14 is probably the max for the Dolphins. The max for the Steelers scoring is probably around in that 35-42 ballpark, if I'm being completely honest. Now, could it be a 17-14 game? Pittsburgh wins? Yes. I don't think it will be, and I hope it isn't. But that game could get out of hand easily because the Steelers are undefeated in their color rush. They're wearing their color rush. They are at home. It's in Heinz Field. That stadium gets loud. I've been there. And the Steelers are off a bye. That gave them extra time to rest. And it's Monday Night Football. The Steelers always play well in prime time. The last Monday Night Football game was against the Bengals a few weeks ago, and they won 27-3. And it's the Bengals and it's the Dolphins. So I see. Plus the Steelers, they finally got Rosie Nix back, the fullback, the Pro Bowl fullback, and they can finally run the ball a little, hopefully. And Mason's back from his concussion. I just have complete faith in my Steelers team this week. So that concludes all my picks for this week. If you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on. I'll see you guys next video. Later.
Once I was 7 years old, Mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old.